May I now request Mr. Vijay Thadani, co-founder NIIT Group, and Professor Rajesh Khanna, President NIIT University, for the official launch of the second cohort of the Founders Growth Camp.
Yeah, Vijay, you're on mute. You need to unmute and then.
Good evening. I think as we reach the end of day's play, very, very interesting day indeed. And before there is an appeal for bad light, I just thought I will talk about the Founders Growth Camp, which is a follow-up of the interesting sessions that we had, very, very engaging and enriching sessions with founders, with funders, and moderators. I think beautifully done. Just to put the Growth Camp in a perspective, I think we were talking about unicorns earlier in the conversation. NIIT itself became a unicorn the way we describe unicorns in 1997. But we've been chasing a unicorn of a different kind. And that is a unicorn, a billion people that we would be able to reach, and a billion people that we would be able to teach. So reach a billion, teach a billion is what we've been chasing, and in 40 years plus have done about 40 million people. And therefore, to fill that gap, we did feel that we need many more EdTech companies, and we need many more people engaged in education, because that's not only a big opportunity, but we have that as a responsibility to the great nation that we belong to, which not only to service the nation, but to service the rest of the world. So in that context, we do want to get like-minded EdTech entrepreneurs to come together, and we would like to invest time with them and set up this growth camp, which brings forward the responsibility that we have to our customer, which is the learner, not only in terms of the money that we charge him, but also the time and the opportunity that we deny him in case we don't service him well. The profession that we belong to, which Raji quickly talks about regulation and the threat, where I think the credibility of this profession is very important. And the community that we belong to of so many other EdTech entrepreneurs who are pursuing a similar dream. And the idea is that all those who are dreaming of being a part of this and contribute to this, not only get the telescopic vision that you had before you walked into today's session, the binoculars that you got as you were engaged in this session, the binocular vision that you got as you were engaged in the session, now to the microscopic detail, which is required when the rubber meets the road. That is when you actually start setting up your venture and you grow further. So all these pearls of wisdom that we got this afternoon, how do we put them in practice, is what the Founders Growth Camp is all about. And that is a sequel to this virtual summit that we had just now. That's a physical event, which we would like to do at the beautiful site, which is in my background, which is the NIIT University campus. And it is at this place that we had a growth camp last year as well, where we had 9 interesting startups spend nearly 2.5 days with us. And in that process, there was an exchange of knowledge, there was mentoring, and then there were funding opportunities that came up. In addition to that, an unexpected benefit was a good recruitment opportunity for them to work with NIIT and NIIT University students, whom we fondly call Newtons, to intern with them, to help them, and maybe even spin off some more ventures in that process. The setting of this university is very different. It is very conducive to the thinking that is required to think of a large startup that each one of us dream of, or the startups that will make a huge difference and add value to our customers. And it's done under the auspices of Center of Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship, CIIE, the part of the NIIT University. And this will be by invitation only session. And last time, as I mentioned, we had 9 entrepreneurs whom we worked with. And in this environment, we are hoping that we would be able to get a much better participation this time, much richer participation. We have also planned a much more enriching program in terms of master classes, in terms of demo days, and in terms of some opportunities to not only receive mentoring advice, but also funding opportunities like we had in the last session when nearly 6 startups are in active discussions for partnering and funding. 4 of them actually were able to get more than 1.6 crores of Microsoft Foundation Hub benefits. And we believe that the same opportunities will be available this time also for those who participate. So I would now hand you over to Professor Rajesh Khanna, who's the Vice Chancellor and President of NIIT University, to tell you a little bit more about the setting and what we are going to do. But looking forward to a very, very successful Founders Growth Camp at our campus on from 5th to 7th April. And it's a by invitation only event. So please do get in touch with our team to get more details.
Yeah. Thank you, Vijay. And I invite people to come and visit this beautiful campus, even otherwise, if you're just taking a trip to Jaipur or even to Nimrana or to any other place and are listening to me. This is a wonderful place and a very healthy place and very conducive to learning, as Vijay said. And it's a very, very interesting setup here. It's fully residential. We have about 1,000 students here, and they play, they learn, they enjoy, they come to classes, they do all kinds of activities. And if you see the hill behind us, that hill used to be brown when this university was being built, and now it is green. It's by a lot of effort from the students here. So it would be a very, very interesting experience for everyone just to see how we can sustain and how we can, in our own small way, make a difference to how people learn and how people see the challenges of learning, of sustainability, of technology, including technology for our benefit. So if you're listening to me, please come and visit. And this Founders Growth Camp will, of course, be a very dedicated, very intense exercise where the energy of the founders will meet the rigor of the university. And so the things, it's a very complementary thing, because one thing that is very much associated with all the founders is, university dropout. That it's not very difficult to see that. But I'm so grateful to the people who spoke today, who discussed today, to bring back the belief in the core values of growth. And one underlining theme of all the discussions was that peoples matter, the values matter, and you do things the right way. And for a brief while, I've been following startup cultures, many startups, and talking to young students. And for a while, it looked like that something else has taken over and some kind of madness was going on. But today's sessions, bring back the belief that it is possible to be successful and to hold on to the values. And that is very, very important if we want to do something for future, because some anchor needs to be there. And for a while, the way things are moving, it looked like that the anchors are not there. But now it's the same old, things that we do, and we do it well. And of course, the technology has changed, the market has changed, the people have changed, all that changes, but the core values remain the same. So that's very heartening. And I also look forward to meeting the startup founders and the experts and the master classes and the students. And that is where the real sustainability comes from. And it comes from people and the students who are in the universities. now. So thank you very much. Thanks for this wonderful session. And I thank everyone who participated in this. And over to you, Neha.
Thank you, sir. Now it is the time for short video catching up the glimpses of last year's Founders Growth Camp. With this, we have come to the end of the proceedings of the day. To register for second EdTech Founders Growth Camp, please visit the EdTech Growth website. You can also register through the link sent in the notification. Thank you all for joining us. Have a wonderful time ahead. Thank you.